Hello friends, this is Ajay. This is my first initiative to create a small video to help those guys who is not um, that much proficient in Cisco side. Especially why I'm creating this video now. It's like an exam coming up on Monday. So I chose one lab which is very tough. I think most of them believe that it's very tough, but it's an easy lab. The lab is the tunneling lab. Why I chose this lab, say manual IP version 6 tunneling. Why I chose this lab, there are a couple of reasons. When we do this lab, we will get to know how to configure a basic router with IP version 4 address, IP version 6 address, how to enable, we can get to know like how to enable RIP version 2, which is a dynamic protocol, and we'll get to know how we can enable a version RIPNG which supports IP version 6. So in one single lab we are learning a lot of things. So that's the reason why I chose this lab. And yeah, it's a bit confusing, but if we follow some steps and if we follow it in an orderly fashion, we can configure it smoothly. Our colleagues. So guys, please help me in this too. So we'll start with the lab. So this is um, scenario that Danish has given to us. So basically this router, consider this as an harbor head office which is in Toronto, and harbor branch office which is in Mississauga. Both a router is speaking only one language, that is IP version 6, and we need to have a we need to establish a communication between these two router. Nowadays, like, we cannot avoid IP version 4 fully, because most of the service provider, they are running both IP version 4 and IP version 6 router. So consider this as an internet cloud, and these two routers or the internet service providers router. So this router will speak both languages in the sense, this router knows IP version 4 language and IP version 6 language. So that's the whole concept. We are building a tunnel from um, tunnel through the public cloud which knows both language, so as to, why building the tunnel, so that this tunnel will carry all IP version 6 related packets, and this router will help, this two router will help the IP version 6 packet originating from here to traverse through their the public network and reach this destination, and vice versa. So I've told, like, there are a couple of steps we should follow. Say, let me copy this. So basically, we need to follow some steps. So first of all, configure the IP version 4 configuration. Complete the IP version 6 configuration for both these routers and these two interfaces. Then enable the version 2 in the cloud. Why? Because this cloud is speaking both languages, and this cloud has IP version 4 IP addresses also. So in order to maintain and create a tunnel which is working, we should, first of all, we should have a full reachability between the IP version 4 address which we configured on R1 and R2. So for that, one after enabling the IP addresses, we are going to enable RIP version 2, which is dynamic protocol that is going to run in this cloud, so that after enabling that there will be a full reachability, and we will check the full reachability also before configuring the tunnel. So once the connectivity is fine, the basic connectivity is fine, working fine, we will build the tunnel. Basically what I can do is, so this is the tunnel which I'm building. This is an, what do you call this, sorry about the drawing, very weak in drawing. So this is the tunnel. This tunnel will carry IP version 6 packets originating from the Humber head office, and it will it will carry all the way towards our destination, that is our Humber branch, and vice versa. So that's the whole plan. So we are building a tunnel on an existing highway of IP version 4. Here the highway, why I said highway is like, already there is a connection, IP version 4 connectivity between this. So consider that as an express highway, and we are building a tunnel inside that, um, so as to carry only IP version 6 route package. So we'll start the configuration. Show it quickly. IPv6 tunnels. One to two, one to two, one to three. We'll level it. So yes, guys. First of all, we do IP version for uh, configurations on R1. ASP. So I am naming this R1 router as ISP1. This one ASP1. I always follow some standards when configuring this way. This is very important because, if we are not running any DNS services on the router, it's always better to go and disable this. With this command we are disabling the service so that it will not look up for some name resolution when we do some typos. So that's the explanation for that. And so yeah, we will go and start our configuration. So before that, let me bring in, let me make some arrangements. So I'm starting with R1 here. So since this is ISP1, it's an internet cloud, uh, internet service provider router. So interface, I'm configuring this interface was SC1/2, SC1/2 IP address. What is the IP address for SC1/2? We can make it as, like, since it's /24, yeah, since we are using the version 2, it understands the classless routing classless boundaries, because it support VLSM, the version support VLSM. VLSM means there is no variable length subnet masking. That means we can use class B address with class C address mask. Or if you're confusing, I can just go ahead with some class C address on 192.168.0.1. I'm giving it as a subnet mask of 255.252, because this will reduce the wastage. Normally, it's a best practice that when you go and assign a serial interface, always use /30 mask, because /30 mask will have two valid IPs that we can assign to the two interface of the router, and there will be no wastage. So it's very important that should be in shutdown, give no shut command. So, here you go. Serial 1/2 is assigned with 192.168.0.1. So I will go ahead and configure the other end of the router. Config the host host name is ISP2. To no IP domain. Okay. So you disable the DNS service. Then configure the interface SC1/2, which is here, which is C1/2. IP address 192.168.0.2. So there you go. So we can do a ping 192.168.0.1 ping. So we have enabled this particular interface, is working fine. So what's our next plan? Go to the router one. What we have to configure else, like we need to configure one loopback interface here. Okay, so I will go ahead and configure the loopback interface. Loopback interface is nothing but it's a software interface, just telling the router that this is a software interface and this will be active. This will be very handy when we need to create a tunnel, because tunnel source will be the loopback interface, and we don't want, if something happens to the actual physical interface or some fluctuation is happening, we don't want the tunnel to break down. So that's the reason why, like, when we create tunnel, we always use the tunnel source address as loopback IP address. So that's the reason why here we are creating the loopback. So what's the command interface loopback 0? I'm creating loopback 0, and IP address is 10.1.1.1, and certain mask 255.255.0. That's it. And R2, I will go ahead and create loopback. IP address is, what is that? That's in another network 10.2.2.2. 255.255.0. That's net mask, guys. Do we can we ping from this loopback to this loopback interface? Yes or no? The answer is no, because we didn't enable any routing protocol. And if we see the routing table of the router, there is no, this router does not know about the router 2 does not know about the this loopback interface which is connected to the R1 interface. How we can make the router aware of all this network? There are two ways. Like, one, we can configure the static routing, and second is the easiest way is like enable dynamic routing protocols, so that all headaches taken care of by will take care by these routing protocols. So that's the reason why, like, to have a full connectivity, we are enabling dynamic routing protocol, and the protocol which I chose is RIP version 2. That's what the Danish asked us to do. That's why I'm choosing RIP version 2. So R1, it's configured. Let me double check. These commands will be handy, guys. Make a note of that. So this one is configured. I've just changed this IP to the class C IP address. That's it. And 10.1, that is also up. It's working fine. So the next step is configuring the IP version 6. That part I will configure, that IP version 6 part. But before configuring that, I will go ahead and complete the IP version 4 task first. So I will go ahead and configure RIP. So I'm going configuration and router RIP route version, which is 2, so that this routing protocol will be will support VLSM or classless routing. So what's the network which I'm caring about? When I'm going to enable the dynamic routing protocol RIP version 2, I only care about the directly connected networks. So here, this network, we are going forward and assign, and this interface will be assigned with IP version 6 address. Right now I'm not caring about that, but what all are the other networks? This network which is directly connected to R1, and one more network is there, that is the loopback here. So I care about these two network. Okay, so first network is 10 dot, it's since it's 111, 10.0.0.0. Then network 192.168.0.0. That's it, guys. That's how we enable RIP version 2 for IP version 4. So sample examples. I will do the same configuration here. Router RIP version 2. So I am here. I'm caring about this network and this loopback interface. So network 10.0.0.0 network 192.168.0.0. Check its routing table. So see guys, this is very important. See, it's mucho important. See, now this router is learning about 10.0.0.0/8. That is this network attached here. See, this network. I'm in router 2. So what do you think, guys? Should I go ahead and ping? Let me try. um, I'm in this router. I'm trying to ping to I'm in this router. I'm trying to ping to this loopback interface, right? 10.1.1.1. See, I got a full ping, right? um, there is no reason to ping back from this router. It will work, but for you guys I will ping. I'm going to ping. I'm in this router. I'm going to ping to this interface, ping 10.2.2.2. This is also working. So in this case, I've configured this network, this loopback interface, and I've got a full connectivity. Next part is I will go this interface. See these interfaces, this network. Sorry. So this interface should be IP version 6 address, IP version 6 address. Here also IP version 6 address, IP version 6 address. So I will complete the R1 process first. So what is that interface for me? Config T interface. This is the interface sc1/3 IPv6. This is the way. This is the command which we need to use when we configure IP version 4 or 6 address. The address is 13:1/64. Sorry, missed one. Address. No sharps. No. This is very important. Then I'm going to just checking. Yeah, I just missed the do. See, serial 1/3. See here, serial 1/3 1/3. It's configured with 13.1. That's our requirement, right? So that part is over for R1. Go ahead and write this. I'm in R2 now. Config T interface. What is that interface? Is SC1/3. I'm caring about this interface. I'm configuring this interface. So here it's 1/3 for me. SC1/3 IPv6 address 24:4/64. Sorry, :2/64. Right? Yeah, that's right. No share do show 6. See, that's done. That part is done. See, that part is done. Okay. Now I'm going to configure this router. So this is my Hornbach head office R3, which only speaks IP version 6. I'm going to R3 now. Config T host name Humber interface. Interface. What is the interface? Watch out, guys. This is the interface. So this is the interface SC1/3. SC1/3 IPv6 address. What is the address? 13:3/64. That's it, guys. So IP6. There you go. So how I can ping? How I can just ping. I'm here and I'm going to ping here. Ping this interface. Ping 13:1. Yeah, it's ping. See, that's it. So I'm literally able to connect to this network. So my next task is connecting from. I need to configure this one, right? This router. I'm going all the way down to R4 now. Yeah, config interface. Sorry, host name. Humber branch interface. Sorry, no IP domain lookup. I don't sibling arena service. Then interface. What's interface? Here is C1/3. SC1/3 IPv6 address 24:4/64. Now shard is very important, mucho important. So what I will do is I will do a ping from sorry, ping from here to this interface 24:2. Yeah, there you go, it's pinging. So these are all the steps, so we are good to do them. So that configuration part is over. So I haven't this interface is working. I'm getting the ping from here, and there is a full reachability in this internet cloud. I'm able to ping all the loopback interface and all. So that part is over. Now next step is I'm going to build. So now highway is created. This highway's name is IP version 4 highway, and I'm just building a small tunnel inside this highway. This tunnel will carry only IP version 6 traffic from this router here, and it use this tunnel, and it will carry all over the way from R3 to R1 to R2 to R4 and vice versa. So for that I'm going to build my tunnel now. There you go. So for that I will go to R1 now, because tunnel should be created between these two two routers. This interface is already speaking IP version 6. This is speaking the language IP version 6, but this speaks IP version 4. So I'm creating a tunnel between these two routers. Okay, guys, fine. I mean IP. This router ISP router 1 config G interface tunnel 0. I'll name it as tunnel 0. So before configuring the tunnel, I just want to make sure, because tunnel always carry IP version 6. So tunnel will have two IP address. One is like one IP address which we are assigning to the tunnel. It should be IP version 6, because the tunnel is IP version 6. But tunnel, we are building the tunnel over IP version 4. So tunnel source and destination will be IP version 4 address. So I will, when I configure, you will come to know about all these things in details. So here, like, the first step is I'm creating this tunnel interface tunnel 0. So tunnel is built now, but I'm going to assign I'm not going to assign any IP version 4 address. So that's the reason why no IP address. I'm going to say that I'm not going to assign this tunnel an IP version 4 address, but instead of that I'm going to assign IP version 6 address. IP version 6, what is the IP address of this tunnel interface? Now here, the 12 colon colon 1 slash 64. So IP version 6 address 12 colon colon 1 slash 64. Then, no shut. Then, so now this tunnel, I have assigned an IP version 6 address for this tunnel now. Then the second part is I need to specify the tunnel source because I need to bind this tunnel to my highway, the highway which talks IP version 4 address, right? How I can bind this tunnel, IP version 6 tunnel to my highway. This is the tunnel source. Tunnel source will be the loopback interface. That's the reason why we have configured this loopback interface, right? There are a couple of other reasons, but the main reason is like, when in real-time production and when we don't want any fluctuations happening in the actual physical interface, eventually break the tunnel, because for the tunnel to be established properly, the both interface should be up. Since this is a software interface, this will always be up. That's the reason why we are going ahead and configuring the loopback interface. So here I'm specifying the tunnel source as loopback 0. Why? Because I have configured loopback 0 here. If you see, I can do show run interface. See, guys, this is the loopback 0 of config, and the IP address is 10.1.1.1, which is up right now. So my tunnel source is this loopback interface, loopback 0. What is my tunnel destination? Because this is my source. I've clipped my IP version 6 tunnel to this highway with my source IP address with my loopback 0, but I need to tell this tunnel like that there will be destination for you, and what will be the destination. Go all the way here, and there is another loopback interface configured here. This will be your destination, tunnel destination 10.2.2.2. Tunnel destination is 10.2.2.2.2. Okay, guys. And then the important part here is we need to provide a mode for this tunnel. What is the tunnel mode? What language the tunnel is going to speak? That is IP version 6. But using the command, we need to tell this tunnel that you're using which mode of tunneling, like which mode of there are a couple of different modes, like we can create GRE tunnels, we can create IP version 6 to IP version 4 tunnels. There are a couple of tunnels where we are using this mode in this example, IP version 6 IP. So there you go. So that part is done. Now we will go ahead and configure R2, because we need to build the tunnel over here also. Like the same configuration in this case, I will go fast. Go here, config. This is my config T interface, tunnel 0. No IP address, IPv6 address is 12 colon colon 2 slash 64, 12 colon colon 2 slash 64. What is my tunnel source? Source is loopback 0 here. Tunnel destination, this from this router, the tunnel destination will be my the loopback interface of R1 10.1.1.1 10.1.1.1 and tunnel mode IPv6 IP. So that's it, guys. So how we can check whether the tunnel is up? Show IP interface brief. Here you go. You can see tunnel is up. So I'm in R2 router. I will ping my tunnel destination. Uh, this is my tunnel IP version 6 address. I'm going to ping from here to here, so that if I'm getting a successful ping, then the tunnel is up and working fine. So I'm in R2 router. I'm giving a ping 12 to this router, 12 colon 1. Let ping, guys. I'm not sure. It will ping for sure. Yeah, there you go. So the tunnel is also working fine now. So what we have done here, configured everything. We have built a tunnel. So infrastructure, everything is there, ready now. Everything is up, and this is our mucho important step. That's the next step. We need to enable IP version 6 dynamic routing protocol that we are using here in our example is RIPNG. So when I enable RIPNG, this router will I will able to ping from this router to this router. Say for example, I'm going to the R3 router, and when I'm trying to ping from here to here. Let me ping this ping. What is IP? 24.4 24::4. No, now I'm not able to ping. I'm in the customer the Humber head office. I'm not able to ping to my branch head office. Nothing is working fine now, right? So our final goal is to get a successful ping from this IP version 6 network, which is a Humber head office, to this IP version 6 network, which is the Humber branch office. Okay, guys. So we are going to enable RIP version 6 routing protocol. So RIP version, I should enable RIP version here because this link speaks IP version 6. I will enable RIP versions RIPNG here. Then here I've got a tunnel which carry the IP version 6 address. I need to enable RIP version 6 inside that tunnel also. This tunnel, this tunnel. This is not the tunnel, this is the highway, but inside this one, this I've created a tunnel which is tunnel 0 in my case. So I need to enable RIP version NG, so that the information which the IP version 6 packets coming from this network, it will go to this tunnel and it will come here and it will reach here. So once again, guys, I need to enable RIPNG here inside this tunnel here. So I will start with R3 first. Okay, so here when you're configuring the RIPNG, it's critically mucho important that we should configure this command IPv6 unicast routing. This is very important. So I'll go ahead and type this command. Then I'm going to configure my router with RIPNG IP version 6 router RIP and give it any name. There you go, that's it. So now I've enabled the RIPNG, but I didn't enable it in the interface. Let me check which interface I'm talking. This interface, right? I'm in R3 now, so I need to enable RIPNG here, right? I have enabled this globally, but I need to enable this. I need to make the RIPNG aware that this interface is participating in IP version 6 routing, right? So for that, go to this interface AC1/3. Then enable this IPv6. IPv6. What's the command, guys? RIP. That's it. Just a command. So I enable this. Fine. I will save this configuration now. Then that's it. The configuration for R3 is over. So this I've enabled here. So I'm going ahead to R1 router. First important command is IPv6 unicast routing. Then go to the interface. What's the interface? AC1/3, right? AC1/3. Sorry. Before configuring that, you need to configure the router IPv6 router RIP Ajay. Okay, I'm going inside that interface. See here you go. This interface SE1/3 SE1/3 IPv6 RIP Ajay enable. So I've enabled RIP. I've configured RIPNG here. Enabled this interface also to participate in RIPNG. Then I'm moving to the tunnel. Okay, what's the tunnel here for me? Interface tunnel 0. Then IPv6 RIP. That's it, buddy. That's it. Then I'm going towards R2. R2, what's the interface of R2? AC1/2. I'm in ISP2, IPv6 unicast routing. Interface SC, router RIP IPv6 router RIP Ajay. That's it. And go and enable SC, in which interface tunnel 0. Tunnel 0. Tunnel 0. IPv6 RIP. That's it. And I'm going ahead to, did I enable it in here in this interface, which is this interface here, SE1/3. Exit interface SE1/3. I mean this interface. In my case, it's this in this interface SE1/3. That should also talk what RIP, right? RIP. That's it. Then I'm going ahead and moving to this router, config IPv6 unicast routing, then IPv6 router router rate sorry typo, that's it. Then what's the interface? SC1/3. I'm in this router. Interface SC1/3 IPv6 that's it, buddy. Guys, the configuration, I think it's almost over. Let me try ping once again. I'm going to this router, which is the Hambara head office. I'm trying to ping. I think it will work. What do you guys think? I don't know. Let me see. Ping to this network 24.44. Yeah, the tunnel is perfectly working fine. See. So now what is happening now? I'm able to ping from my Humber head office to my branch office, and I'm talking IP version 6. So yes, guys, this is a very successful lab. Um, go ahead. It's like almost like 47 minutes video. I think like for almost like 1 hour video. Um, so I will save it, and I'll save the configuration also. So those who guys want the configuration, please let me know, and I will upload this video in the YouTube. Um, the guys who are expert in Cisco, please review this. Please let me know like what all things I need to change. Session, I always love to share knowledge, what I know, and what I'm confident enough. So guys, hope this will help for you when you appear for CCNA exams. Thank you, and thank God, and thanks a lot for you all, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Take care.